Hey girlfriend, on today's show, I'm sharing with you how you can face the fear of weight gain and you can truly make the decision to trudge forward and to change. Facing the fear of weight gain is really, really hard. And if you've struggled with disordered eating patterns and behaviors for years, or maybe you're finding yourself gaining weight right now and you're terrified to gain any more, then I want you to know you are not alone. I personally struggled with this as I continued to get to a healthier place. And I also have clients right now that are going through this exact thing. The fear of gaining weight is what leaves so many people trapped in this endless cycle of distortion. But sis, I want you to listen to today's episode. And I promise you, actually, I guarantee if you do the work from this episode, you're going to start to uncover that your fear actually isn't about weight gain at all. So listen in, friend, and share this episode with a friend who may also be struggling with the fear of weight gain or the fear of, now that I've gained a little bit more weight, is it ever going to end? I get you. I see you. I've been you. So grab my hand and listen to today's show. Here we go. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsay Nichol, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you. Because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess, trapped in a destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom, and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it. So you can start living your best life as your best self. Hey girl, so first things first. When you're terrified to gain weight, when you have this fear of weight gain from years of disordered relationship with yourself, your body, and food, in order to move past that, in order to go, okay, I know there's an issue in my life, I know I'm dealing with this mental illness, or I know I have an unhealthy relationship with these patterns and behaviors, and I just want out, I want to break those chains over my life, the first thing you have to do is assess what it is you're truly afraid of. And I know that this can sound a little weird, but the reality is you're not scared of gaining weight. The reality is you're scared of what weight gain or gaining weight means underneath the surface. What does that mean about me? Does that mean I'm not in control? Does that mean I don't have willpower? Does that mean I'm lazy? Does that mean people in my life won't love me, or I'll be rejected, or I won't be looked at the same? What does it actually mean underneath the surface? So I'm starting this episode off strong because I feel like we got to get to the nitty gritty to get you challenging those thoughts and fears behind gaining weight, or behind the fact that maybe you're at a point in your recovery journey that you have put on some weight, some healthy weight, and you're starting to get fearful that it's never going to end. I get it. I was there too. And I want you to think about these questions today, but I also am going to run through a 4-step exercise that is going to help you process this so that you can make the choice and decision for yourself. Don't take my word for it. You can sit in fear. You can stay right here for the rest of your life because you believe with all of your heart that a smaller you is a better you. But once you process these questions, you're going to get a little bit more clarity, more honesty with yourself, and you're going to be able to uncover that there is truth behind these lies you've been believing. And that's okay. There's no shame in believing those things. Okay? Our society, it really does drive home that thin is in. And we look around every single day and you couple that with a disordered relationship with food and your body already, or low self-worth or self-esteem or trauma. And this is where we're at in the world. And it's unfortunate. But my mission is to help as many women as possible to see behind these lies. And so the first thing I really want you to think about today is it really gaining weight that scares me? And what does it mean that I'm thinking being small, being thin, being tiny is actually the best thing that I can be in my life? Normally, we believe from the eating disorder that weight loss is good and that weight gain is awful. It's scary, it's bad, it's the worst thing. But what if I told you that this is all wrong? This is a lie. And you can decide to change your thinking at any given moment so that you can change your life. You are in charge. You're in charge. But maybe that voice inside of your head has been in charge for so long, you feel so out of control. But all you want is control. If you continue to believe that in order to be your best self, you must be your smallest self, no matter the cost, then you'll stay here. And no one wants to hear that, but there it is. See, weight loss and diet culture and a disordered relationship with food will have you expecting that when you lose weight, you will generate confidence. And maybe you've experienced that. Maybe for some time you thought, okay, people are giving me comments, or I feel superior. I went through a season of feeling on top of the world. Even so much so that when people said, Lindsay, you really need help, I took it as they were jealous of my body. And maybe you've experienced that as well. But the thought you will lose weight and no longer self-sabotage or have low self-worth isn't true. It's false. Because the reality is actually the opposite. In an eating disorder, instead of feeling better, the more restrictive you become, you actually end up with more obsession and your energy is depleted, which right now, if you're living there, you are in a mental cluster around continuing to lose weight or maybe continuing to maintain your weight and doing whatever it is so that you're not gaining weight. This, sis, isn't life. This isn't living. This makes life miserable. Everything you do is going to be miserable because living becomes next to impossible in this situation. And you're not actually getting more confidence. You're actually generating more self-sabotage. You don't have a more prosperous life. You have a more paralyzed life. Your life doesn't grow when your body shrinks. So I wanted to start there because this fear of weight gain, it's real. I will hold your hand in that. I lived in that for a long, long time. But the decision to change is a decision and it's a choice. And I hope today's exercise helps you to just put it all out there so that you can decide, is what I'm doing right now serving me? And if I know it's not, and I know in order to be a better version of myself, I need to be nourishing my body, giving myself grace, and stopping the desire of this obsessive perfection that has gotten me nowhere. I mean, do you feel good right now where you are? Do you feel like you are in absolute awe of your body and all that it does for you? Do you feel good about how you're treating it? I will tell you, at my lowest and smallest, I still stood in front of the mirror and didn't feel good enough. And if that's you, sis, then we have to assess what it is that we're truly afraid of. Letting go of control and not being enough are false lies. Because when you let go of control and you know that you're more than enough, you can step into your truth, your authentic self, and all that you've called to do while you're here. So for today's episode, I want you to get out a notebook and a piece of paper. And if you're not able to do that right now, it's okay. Come back to this exercise. I truly feel it will be powerful for you. But I want you to think about how we evaluate everything, how we make a choice in life. And if you're making the choice right now of whether or not it's important enough to you in your life to get help and to seek truth and to get out of this miserable place that you're finding yourself in, then I just want to praise you for being here, for listening to the show, and for honoring yourself and knowing that this just isn't for you any longer. This disorder has brought you here, and it's time to change it. It's time to change your life. But if you're struggling with the fear of weight gain, it can be super scary. You know what you need to do, but yet you're terrified. It's still okay. It's okay to still put one foot in front of the other. So there are positives and negatives to everything in our life. And when we're making choices and saying yes to one thing, we are also saying no to something else. And so I want you to get out your piece of paper, make sure that you spend some time in this week, because I truly feel like it's going to help you. The first thing I want you to list out is the positives of being underweight. What are your positives for being underweight? So what are you gaining by being underweight? For me, it was the feeling of control. I felt like by being underweight, I could have my rigid routine. I could have my secret life. I could be in control. I could be better than everyone else. It made me feel like I was achieving something in life. I had accomplished that no one else around me could, and I felt good about it. I felt like it gave me something to do that was mine. It was mine, and no one could take it from me. The second thing I want you to do is list the benefits of gaining weight. So you just listed the positives of being underweight. Now I want you to list the benefits and the positives of achieving a healthier weight. What are those things? What will you actually gain? What if it's freedom? What if it's time spent with your family and friends? What if you can go out on Easter Sunday and have a brunch after church? What if you will have energy? What if you'll get your life back? Happiness is going to be there for you. You're going to be able to have a healthier relationship with all foods and exercise, even in a healthier way. List the benefits of achieving a healthier weight, just like you listed the positives and the benefits of being underweight. Okay, the next one, I want you to list the negatives of being underweight. So we've got dizziness, your mood. I don't know about you, but when I was in pure restrictive mode, I hated everyone and everything. And if you got in the way of my schedule around food, well, let's just say I wasn't so nice. Maybe you lack concentration. You don't have energy right now to do anything. You're overworked, overly exerted. You have a controlling relationship with food, so much so that you cannot do anything in your life. It impacts everyone. Maybe you're concerned about osteoporosis or the strength of your bones or other physical challenges. Maybe you're cold. What are the negatives of being underweight? And then lastly, I want you to list the challenges that you expect to encounter in achieving a healthier weight. What are you losing to gain? And that's a really important question. Many people get stuck here because there are challenges that you're going to encounter in achieving a healthier weight. People shouldn't believe the lie that it's not going to be hard. It is. It's going to get harder before it gets easier. And you should refer back to the episode that I just recorded on that exact topic. But what are you losing to gain? Well, you're losing your eating disorder. There's a process of unattaching yourself from that voice in your mind that's going to no longer be there. And you're gaining so much, but you can also expect to have challenges around fear and to step out of your comfort zone. And that's hard. So I want you to do this pro-cons list. I want you to sit with it. I want you to list out the positives and the negatives to everything and staying attached to this fear of weight gain and the decision to change it. I want you to list the positives of being underweight, list the positives of achieving a healthier weight, list the negatives of being underweight, and list the challenges you expect in achieving a healthier weight. And then it's up to you. That's it. Now you choose what's most important to you. Remember, the fear of weight gain. Fear is the false sense, the false evidence that's appearing real in your life right now. And it's temporary as long as you put yourself in a place to continue to press forward through it. I like to say, you can face everything and recover. Sis, I believed a lie for a really long time that a smaller me was a better me. And I am so happy that I gave myself the permission and made the choice and the decision to change. I did this exact exercise. And what I had to lose by staying stuck, what I had to lose was not only my life, it was relationships, it was future things that I wanted to accomplish. And so it gives you some real perspective. Don't get stuck in those thought patterns of, well, maybe Lindsay, I'm just not that bad off. Or I see why you had to change or made that decision, but maybe I'm just not there. Sis, your life, your best version of you, your energy, your happiness, and your relationships are the most important part of this life. Don't spend one more day believing that you have to stay here. The fear of weight gain is real. But I promise you, if you make the decision to change, if you step into your future, not only will you realize on the other side that it is not as bad as you thought it would be, but you will realize that a lifetime with your eating disorder that fuels fuels all of the sabotage in your life is so much worse than living a life where you're achieving a healthier weight. Believing the opposite right now is only serving to make sure that your eating disorder stays alive. But sis, as you evolve, as you become a new creation, you will realize that your happiness and your worth, it's not achieved in some goal weight. It's not achieved in controlling your meals or controlling your food. It's not achieved in making yourself small. You're allowed to take up space. You're allowed to use your voice. And the best thing I ever did, and the best thing I see women do day after day, is give themselves permission to lean in and choose that for them. And sometimes that requires a life and a decision to step forward. And sometimes that requires gaining weight. So today I want you to sit with yourself and I want you to get real. Am I going to just continue to gain weight? No, this fear is real. So write down those fears. But the truth is, you're not. The truth is that is a false narrative that's keeping you here. Your body will proportion. Your body will honor its organs. It will level out. It will even out, and you will get to a set point in which you thrive. I know that all of that sounds hard to believe. Believe me, it was hard to believe for me too. But little by little, day after day, one small action. Start small. Can I add a little bit here versus taking it away? Sis, you are worth it. You're worth it. And I truly believe that you know that. You just need permission. You need permission, and you need a little bit of self-compassion and grace. But what got you here isn't going to take you there. What got you here is going to get you more of here. And if you don't like where you are right now, try on something new. I believe in you. I'm so happy to have you here listening to the show. And if you are looking for someone to hold your hand, to push you, to hold you accountable, that's exactly what I do in my one-on-one coaching container. I would love to support you, and we are filling up rather quickly here at Her Best Self Co. So go on out to the website, fill out a client application, and let's get you on the books to chat about how recovery coaching can help you turn your mindset around from this place of fear and debilitation of gaining weight. Sis, I see you, and I hope you have a glorious day as you begin this week. Talk to you real soon. Bye for now. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.